Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. I'm Amanda, and today we are starting off in the living room. This is going to be a 2-day clean with me, and this day I really wanted to focus on the living room. We had a yard sale over the weekend and our family was in and out, so I really wanted to get the carpet shampooed. But I'm going to go ahead and wash the blankets and the pillows. They definitely needed it done. And then I'm going to go back into the living room and start picking some things up. So I opened up the front door. I was going to air out the house a little bit. I like to do that every now and then just to get the fresh air in. But I opened up the door and I could not believe how dirty the glass was. I guess I just don't really pay attention to it, but when the doors are open, the animals like to put their nose up on it and everything like that. So I'm just going to go ahead and clean the front door and the side door and get the windows all nice and clean. So now I'm going to move everything off of the rug and I'm going to start sweeping the floor. I am going to sweep the carpet a couple times, different directions, everything like that, just to try and make sure I get as much hair and dirt out of it as I can. So as you can see here, I'm going to go ahead and sweep off the couches, but I am not going to shampoo them. But I wanted to take a minute and talk to you guys. What are you doing right now? Are you cleaning along with me? Are you just sitting back and watching? What are you guys doing this weekend? I know we have a birthday party to go to, and I honestly think that's about it because it's supposed to rain. So hopefully that does turn around though, so the party will turn out great. But did you see all of that hair in that sweeper? I cannot believe that there was that much in there. Like, I was mind blown. But now I'm going to go ahead and start shampooing, and I'm going to shampoo the rugs that I usually keep in front of the front doors. And then I will move on to actually shampooing the carpet. So like I said before, that this is all that I really did this day. I was having such a hard time trying to get myself motivated, and I knew that I would get down on myself if I didn't do something. So I'm glad that I actually got up, got ready for the day, and basically, I guess, forced myself to do it. But there are those days where I just literally don't want to do anything. Sometimes I get down on myself and sometimes I don't, because if I am truly like, I don't want to do anything today, then I am saying that I am exhausted. Like I need some time, and that is perfectly okay. I think sometimes we get down on ourselves too much, and we got to stop doing that. It's okay to take a break from doing house chores or anything like that. Like sometimes it's okay to take that break. And I know this day I just kind of forced myself to do it. And after I did get the living room all cleaned up, carpet shampooed, I felt so much better. But the rest of the day we just kind of enjoyed it, and it was so nice to actually do that. So this is the next day, and we are starting off in my son's room. His room is, as you see, a total disaster. So I'm just going to go in and start picking up his toys and organizing them, and I'm going to sweep his room as well. So this is a little later in the day, and I just, I got to tell you a little story about today. So this is currently Thursday, and I decided that I was going to go grocery shopping. And my son and I, we went to the store, we got everything done that we needed to, and I go home and I go to unlock the door, and my key to the house is not on my keychain. So I had to call Tyler. I was like, I'm locked out of the house. And this was probably about noon, 1 o'clock. And he's like, okay, well, I'm on my way home. And so I was like, okay. So I go to sit in the car, and my AC is not working. So not only am I locked out of the house, not only is my AC not working, but it's also 90 degrees outside, and the weather said it felt like 100. So we were like sweating. And I had ice cream in the car, I had meat in the car. Thank God everything was fine. My ice cream, however, was a little soft. But I'm glad that he came to my rescue, and I'm just trying to turn my whole day around and try and get the house put back in order and everything like that. And my day did turn back around, because I was like, my whole day is ruined. But after I started cleaning a little bit and just getting back into my groove, it definitely turned my day around. I also have to throw it out there that I don't usually go grocery shopping by myself, and I always get told that I need to get out of the house more and do some things, and so I decided to, and this is what happens. I should have just stayed home and waited to go grocery shopping over the weekend, and maybe none of that would have happened. So now we are just going to move into the kitchen, and there's a few things that I need to do. I need to put those darn cups that's in that rack away. I'm telling you, it's kind of just easier throwing them in there, because sometimes they don't get fully dried in the dishwasher. So I throw them in there, but I'm constantly grabbing them daily out of there. So that's kind of why they just stay in there. But this day I decided I'm going to put them away. And then I'm going to hand wash a few dishes. I do have the dishwasher running, so I'm going to go ahead and finish the dishes, and then I'm going to get everything wiped down. So when I was in Kroger, I seen these beautiful sunflowers and they were only $4. And then the white ones, I cannot remember what they're called. They were only $5, and I was like, yep, coming home with me. I haven't had any flowers for a while and they are so beautiful. Now I do kind of cut my stems. I leave them decently long, so then that way I can continue to cut them over time, and I feel like they last a lot longer. But I love having fresh flowers in the house. I used to not really like them, I can't lie, because I thought it was a waste of money because they just die, right? But it's so nice having them because it brings in a little freshness, and it makes, I don't know, I guess I don't really know how to explain it, but it makes it feel nicer in the house. I guess it's kind of like one of those things where candles are cozy to me, so are flowers, and I love them. So now it is time for the recipe. This is a Pinterest recipe that I found, and it is called 5-ingredient enchiladas, but I make it a little differently. So I will have it linked below the recipe, but then I will also put how I made it in the description also. But now you will start off with a pound of ground hamburger. So now you are going to take salsa, any kind, and you are going to put a cup of salsa into the meat mixture. And then you are going to take 1 package of taco seasoning and put it in there also, and then just mix it all up together. So now that the meat mixture is all done, we are going to move on and grab a 9x13. And I tend to spray like everything, so I'm going to spray my dish, and I'm going to take some enchilada sauce. We have the red and green enchilada sauce, and I'm going to put enough of the red enchilada sauce on the bottom of the dish just to cover it. Now to the next step. I messed up and I got the wrong size tortilla shells, but that's okay. It still turned out perfectly fine. I think it made a couple extra, but you want the bigger ones. I think it's like a 10-inch one, but you just heat them up as it says, like 10 seconds. And then I took a 4th cup and I would put the meat in that and put it inside of the tortilla shell. Put some cheese on top of it, roll it up, and then that crease, you want to make sure it is at the bottom of the dish. So every time we've made this, I always have meat mixture left over, and I obviously have more than what I usually do because I use the wrong size shells, but I always just put it on top of the enchiladas, and then you put on the sauce, and then you cover it in cheese. I put a lot of cheese on there because I love cheese. And then you cover it with tin foil, and then you will bake it at 350 for 30 minutes. So this is definitely one of our favorites. I've made it so many times. You have to try this recipe if you love enchiladas and you want something easy to make. This is your recipe. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe. It really helps my channel out. And I will see you guys in the next one.